Ellie. Thank you for that camera on. All right. So we are recording. Recording is in session, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome. Good morning. Welcome to your 6A course. My name is Jose Luis Monge. I will be your teacher for this course. It is an honor to have you in my class. Well, almost 20 years of experience teaching English, various high schools and academies, Benedict included. I've worked at IPAC. I'm working at Ecomundo at the moment. So I have quite an experience in what it is teaching English. You will find my speech a bit American. This is based on the idea of the course. So try to keep up with the pace on American English. Not much of British English, even though they are the same. Some words change and some sounds change, but we're trying to move into a more practical English, a more universal English, okay? So we start today basically with an analysis. As you are all looking at my screen, we are working on an analysis on this topic, this general topic, which is the grammar point of the course. Some of you may say grammar is not that much of a deal, that big of a deal. However, grammar is the basis. Grammar is the backbone of this story, of all this story of learning English. You can make yourself understood, of course. The typical idea, the typical concept of someone who's learning English is, you know, to make oneself understood. The typical idea is, pero me hago entender. Remember, it is not just that. Yes, you can deliver a message. However, it is important to deliver it properly, to deliver it correctly, not just delivering for delivering. A means to an end, el fin que justifique los medios, a means to an end, should be that you make yourself understood, yes, but success would be to make yourself understood in the right way, properly, completely correctly, okay? So you can speak to anyone, anywhere in the world, in any scenario there is. For example, Mr. Mario can have an interview, a job interview with someone who is high ranked in a company. Miss Julie may be applying for a university and she's in meetings with, you know, the deans, which is decanos. She might be in interviews with the faculty staff and all of those things. So we need to deliver the message correctly. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you this unit number 6 in our book. Okay, basically this is our 6A unit. That's why our course is 6A. And we're basically having 3 main topics. The passive voice, which is somewhat a nightmare for some people. Some people have seen it before and they understand it as a nightmare. They see it as a nightmare, but we will try to make it eloquent and not as difficult to learn it as some other people may think. We will talk about cinema. We will talk about movies, everything related to filming, starring, producing, co-producing, directing, etc. And also sentence stress, okay? It is important to sentence stress correctly. It is important to stress our words correctly. So in that way, we can start with a quick question. Who knows what the word stress means? Who knows what that word means? You can raise your hand on the Zoom, or you can raise your hand through the video, or you can open your mic if you wish, no problem. Who knows the meaning of the word stress? Yes. No. Maybe. Mr. Johan, do you know the meaning of the word stress?
No too much.
Not too much. Okay. Miss Julie, do you know the meaning of the word stress?
No.
No. Miss Sanji?
No.
Not really. Okay. So when we look at the word stress, maybe due to cognate understanding, due to our idea for our Spanish word stress, we may come to not the right way, but we may come to a close understanding that stress has to be with some pain, some not nice or some unkind situation or emotion. But in grammar or in general speech, stress would be understood as acento, acentuación. That's stress. Like when in Spanish, you start clapping with the syllables when you separate them, and you start listening to the highest tone or the highest pitch of a word, that is what we know as stress. So, Johan, where's the stress in your name? In the first syllable or in the second syllable? Johan, where's the stress?
In the first.
In the first syllable, in yo. Anais, where's the stress in your name? Anais. Where is it? Basically in is, because you have the stress mark. The tilde, as we know it in Spanish, in English is called stress mark, okay? Remember, some words are stress marked in English. However, we do not normally use the stress mark, okay? Like, for example, Anais, myself, Jose, we have the stress mark because our names are proper names. But in English, throughout the language, what you stress are words or sentences or syllables, not necessarily with a mark, okay? Is that clear on what stress is? Yes? Miss Maria Roberta, is it clear what the word stress means?
Yes, it is.
Yes, all right. Miss Valeria, good morning, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning, hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, what we have is the following. Bless you, Miss Maria Roberta, bless you. We have
Thank
the
you.
name of our unit. Miss Natalie, good morning, welcome. Remember to turn your cameras on, ladies, gentlemen, remember to turn your cameras on. I need to see you, you need to be seen. So, the name of the unit, ladies and gentlemen, is Shot on Location, okay? Notice English is kind of complex, not complicated, not difficult. It is quite understanding and it is quite interesting to understand that some words may be similar or familiar to another or to others, but they mean different in terms of context, okay? Can anybody tell me their understanding on the word shot? What is the meaning of shot? Based on your ideas, tell me what you think of the word shot. Miss Sonia, good morning, welcome.
Where they shoot the movie, like the location.
Okay, Shot on location, in this case, the word shot is from the verb shoot, okay? Shoot is not necessarily when you have a gun, when you have a weapon, when you are playing soccer and you shoot to the goal. Shot on location is basically the expression used when you are filming a movie. To film a movie means to shoot a movie, okay? So shot on location, basically we'll talk about the idea of the place where the movie was filmed or shot or directed, okay? Or created. All of the words you may use, okay? Basically, that's what we have on the word shot on location or the expression shot on location, okay? Now, from the topic, from the title, we go back to what we know as the passive voice, okay? This passive voice, ladies and gentlemen, it's not difficult to understand, but we need to basically work it out properly, okay? We need to work it out very, very well. I will begin a new share with you, okay? I will begin a new share with you on the whiteboard so we can understand basically what this passive voice is, okay? We need to check it. Now, I will start typing the passive voice, okay? No worries on basically understanding capital from small letters. So the passive voice is a tense used to talk about the object of the sentence being affected by the subject, okay? Remember, in English, we have basically the same components as in Spanish. We have a subject, which is known as the doer of the sentence, the person who does the action, the person who executes an action. We have a verb, which is the action itself, and then we have the object, which is the person, animal, thing, or place affected by the action, okay? That's what we have in English. It's basically the same thing as we have in Spanish, all right? So, for example, we may say this: I bought a car, okay? That's my sentence. I bought a car. Simple, okay? It's very simple. I bought a car. My sentence is in active voice because I'm talking about the doer. That's what my point of the sentence is about, the doer. The sentence focuses on me. I bought the car. I did the action. I committed the crime. I purchased an object, okay? So it's I, me, me. That's why it's called active. Maria Roberta is watching a movie. What is the sentence based on? Who is the sentence focused on? Maria Roberta. She is watching the movie. She is doing the action. She is performing the action. That's why it's called active. Can anybody tell me how to change my active sentence into a passive sentence? Maybe Miss Valeria?
Okay, maybe the car was bought by you, by me.
The car was bought by, in this case, I will only help you with this one.
By.
Me. Okay. I like it. It's all right. Now, you saying it probably made you say the car was bought by you because you were talking to me. Yes, I like that understanding. But let's leave it with me. Mr. Mario, do you think Miss Valeria's option is correct, or do you have some other alternative? I cannot hear you. Your mic is off. You. There we go.
I think this sentence is correct.
You think Miss Valeria's sentence is correct, okay?
Yes.
Miss Carla Alvarez, what do you think? Is Valeria's and Mario's alternative correct, or do you have something different?
Correct.
You think it's correct? Okay. Miss Julie, do you have any other option? Yes. Okay, Miss Julie, are you in the same idea? Are you on the same page? Do you agree with Miss Valeria and Mr. Mario and Miss Carla? I see you analyzing the sentence. Not fully agree. Miss Maria Roberta, what do you think? Right or wrong? Correct or incorrect?
I think it's correct.
You think it's correct? Okay. On the other side, Miss Paola, what do you think? Is it correct or incorrect?
I think it's correct.
You think
But maybe
also
we can
correct?
do
Okay.
another option.
All right. Good.
Maybe we could be a car was purchased by me.
A car was purchased by me. Okay. Okay. A car was purchased by me. All right. Okay. All right. Mr. Johan, what do you think?
I think the sentence is correct.
You think the sentence is correct? Okay. Miss Kayla, I will conclude this exercise with you, and then we come to the conclusion. Do you think the two options for passive voice are correct? Do you think they are incorrect? One is right, the other one is wrong. What do you think, Miss Kayla?
Is it correct?
Okay, very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, eyes wide open, ears wide open. Let us analyze, please. My original sentence is, I bought a car. Okay, let's analyze the components, because we need to analyze the components. My sentence is in the past simple tense. All right. So my two options for the passive voice are correct and also correct. Very good. Yes. An applaud for all of you. Very good. Now, let's check on this right here. That's what we need to check. That's what we need to focus on when talking about the passive voice. All right. So the passive voice, let's lower it here. The passive voice works with the same tense as the active. That's first. Second, we use the verb be plus the past participle form of the main verb. That's our idea. Simple. In both sentences, we have the verb be, in this case, was, because my sentence is in the past. And we're talking about a singular noun. So the car or a car, it's singular. We have to use was, not were. And we have the past participle of the verb, which is bought. For buy is bought. Now, the word purchase, ladies and gentlemen, the word purchase. Some of you gave it to me. So buy, ladies and gentlemen. Let me check on the equal sign. Okay. Let's forget about the equal sign here. So buy is a synonym of purchase, or purchase is a synonym of buy. It's no problem. Okay. Is there any question with the explanation on the passive voice, that general explanation? Okay. All right. Miss Carla, no problem. I got you. I have read your message. No problem. So, again, any question on the explanation? Miss Paola, questions? No? Mr. Mario, is there any question? No. Miss Kayla, do you have any question? No, all clear. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is the case, I will give you, can I erase the text? Yes? Miss Kayla, can I erase the text? Can I delete it? Yes? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, I want you to check on the following 5 sentences. We're having 5 sentences, and I will ask you to change them into passive voice. Okay? Let's see how you do them. Okay, that's one. Let me capitalize. Okay, that's one. Let's check on the other one. That's number 2. That's number 3. That's number 4. And my last one will be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 sentences. I would need you to change them into the passive voice. Let's see how you do them. Let me space them so you can see them better. That's 1. That's 2. that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Okay. Read them carefully, analyze them carefully, please, and change them into the passive voice. All righty. Something happened, some technical problem occurred. That's usual. Let me screen share with you again, please. Let me screen share with you again. We will have to. Did anybody screenshot on the sentences? Were you able to? No, nobody? Okay, we will type them over, no problem. This case occurs. Okay, so no problem. We will type them over. I will create 5 new sentences, so no worry if they are not the same as we had them before. Okay, so my sister will drive her son to school. Okay. Let's say John say this. Okay, that's 2. That's number 3. That's number 4. And let's say one more. Okay. And that's number 5. Okay. There you go. Your 5 sentences. Okay. Check them carefully and change them into passive voice. Let's see how we do them. Point was with admitting these people. That's when the problem occurred. Okay, they're coming in. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, Miss Ana Paula. Let's change to red. Okay. Let me know when you have one of the sentences, maybe two, maybe three, maybe all of them. Miss Julie, do you have the first one? No, not yet. Or any of the other sentences? No. Mr. Johan, any of the sentences? Do you have them already?
No.
No, not yet. Okay. Miss Paola?
I have the first three.
You have the first three. Okay. Help me with the first one. My sister will drive her son to school.
Okay, her son will be driving to school by my sister.
Okay. Her son,
Will be driving to school by my sister.
her son will be spell driving.
Driven.
So driven,
Yeah.
driven. Her son will be driven to school by my sister. Okay. Who has number two? Who can volunteer for number two? Miss Kelly? Miss Anais?
I think I have the second one.
Miss Valeria, thank you very much.
Yes.
Please.
My card. No. For 3 hours, my card
Okay, let's wait a minute. For 3 hours, my car
has been painted by John.
Okay. Sounds about right. Who can help me with the third one? Who can do the third one? Miss Maria Roberta, Miss Carla, Miss Ana Paula?
I am a little bit torn with that sentence because
Okay.
I really think it could be, despite their rivalry, their families, that's the part that I don't know how to do.
Okay,
I know that the object is despite of the rivalry, but I don't know how to change the part of they love their families very much.
okay,
I'm torn.
no problem. No problem. Okay, so we have despite their rivalry. That's the beginning on Miss Maria Roberta. Who can complement the sentence? Who can complete it? Miss Shaira? Miss Sonia? Miss Anais? Miss Carla? Mr. Mario? Miss Kelly?
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's right.
No worries. Let's give it a try.
For example, I put it, their families were loved very much by them, despite the rivalry.
Okay, their families were loved very
much by them,
by them, despite
the rivalry.
their rivalry.
Okay, rivalry.
Very good. Excellent. Rivalry. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's give it a check in a minute. Mr. Mario, how about number 4? I put a twist there. I put some extra condiments in that one. I used a modal verb. Let's see how we can do it.
Maybe your
Your handwriting.
your handwriting is easy to recognize.
Okay, your handwriting is easy to recognize. Okay, no problem. Good, sounds about all right. Maybe yes, maybe not. We'll see. We will see. Let's check on the last one. Miss Sanji, can you help me with the last one? Diana and her husband, or Diana and her husband, are going to rent a beach house. Yes, yes. No, no. Maybe, maybe. Miss Angie?
No.
Nope. Johan, what about you? Can you try
The
it?
last one, no?
Yes, the last one.
I think that could be a beach house is going to be rented by Diana and her husband.
All right. Okay. It's going to be rented by Diana and her husband. All right, all right. Ladies, gentlemen, all of you in class, let's analyze, please. So my first sentence says, my sister will drive her son to school. And we have changed it into her son will be driven to school by my sister. Okay. I'm gonna write PC as partially correct. Okay, we will make some changes to make it look better. Okay, it follows the structure, it follows the idea of passive voice, but there are some changes we could make, okay, to make it look better, more attractive, okay, a lot more beautiful. Number 2, John has been painting my car for 3 hours. For 3 hours, my car has been painted by John. Okay. All righty. All righty. Let's mark it as C. Correct. Fully correct. Yes. We will analyze why and how. Okay. No worries. No worries. I would consider some of you would be thinking it in Spanish, would be translated into Spanish, like, por 3 horas mi carro ha estado siendo pintado, which is correct, absolutely correct. Okay. If we're talking about a soccer game or a concert where tickets are sold, okay, the tickets have been being sold, han estado siendo vendidos. That is normal Spanish, that is normal English. Probably not too common in your opinion, or to your hearing, or to your understanding, but it exists. Number 3, they love their families very much despite the rivalry. Their families in this case were loved very much by them despite their rivalry. Okay. Correct. Very good. Number 4, I can recognize your handwriting easily. Your handwriting is easy to recognize. We will mark it as incorrect. Okay, Mr. Mario, we will analyze why and how. Okay. And the last one, Diana and her husband, or Diana and her husband, are going to rent a beach house. A beach house is going to be rented by Diana or Diana and her husband. Mr. Johan, your sentence is correct. Very good. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please now focus on the first sentence. Okay. Let me change the color so we can make a better observation. Okay. Sorry. We will leave it in red. Okay, no problem. Who did the first sentence? Was it you, Miss Paola? Yes? Okay. Miss Paola, your sentence follows the structure, follows the rule, but we could modify it to the following, okay? My sister's son will be driven to school by her. Okay? Because if you start with her son, I come and ask you, whose son? Who is the mother of the child? Who's the mother of the son? Okay? It could be Miss Valeria's, if Miss Valeria is a mother. It could be Miss Julie's, if Miss Julie is a mother. So we would specify on that case, okay? Now, on the second one, to have it clear, let me check from here. Enter here. Okay. For 3 hours, my car has been being painted. Okay. What do we have here? Sorry. What do we have here? Has been painting. What tense is that? What grammar tense is that? Can anybody tell me? The grammar tense. Miss Valeria, with you?
Present perfect continuous.
Miss Kelly and Miss Valeria. Present perfect continuous. Yes. Present perfect continuous. Has for the present, been for the perfect tense or the perfect form, and painting for the continuous form. Yes. So we have the following here. Has been being painted. This has been is the present perfect continuous, and painted the participle form. And we follow the rule. We complete the rule there. Okay, let me text here and let me move it a little here. So has plus been plus being, that's present perfect continuous plus painted participle form. Okay, and that's basically what we have for this sentence right here. Okay, that is basically what we have. Then the rest of the sentences were right, except for Mr. Mario. Mr. Mario's sentence, I can recognize your handwriting easily, can be changed because it was wrong, can be modified into the right form. Can anybody tell me how and what the right form of that sentence was?
Maybe your handwriting can be easily recognized by me.
Miss Kelly, right on the spot. Yes. So I'm making space right here. Okay. So we have your handwriting can be easily recognized by me. Okay. And Mr. Mario, that would have been your correct sentence. Your handwriting can be easily recognized by me. So we start with the object, your handwriting, the part affected by the action, by the verb. Can, the modal verb, B, the general form of the verb. Easily, which is a complement. I'm sorry, recognize, not reckoned. I'm sorry, my mistake there. So let me type it over. Your handwriting can be easily recognized by me. Okay, that should have been there. Okay. Let me undo and undo. Okay, so your handwriting can be easily recognized by me. All right, basically those are the ideas, ladies and gentlemen. Is there any question with any of the sentences or the general explanation? Miss Sonia, do you have any question? Yes, Miss Sonia? No questions? No, you sure? I see you kind of doubtful, kind of hesitating. Maria Roberta, is there any question?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Miss Carla, Miss Kayla, Miss Julie, are there any questions?
I don't have any question.
Okay, no, you sure? Okay. All right, very good. Miss Anais, do you have any question with any of the
No.
topics or any of the ideas? No? Perfect. Miss Paola, is there any question? No. Very good. Okay. So we have the idea on the passive voice, okay? Basic ideas, ladies and gentlemen, basic ideas, and we can understand them very, very properly, okay? In this case, let's go to our book, please. We have a reading, ladies and gentlemen. We have a reading on this section. Look at the photos with the article. Do they remind you of any films or TV series that you have seen? Let's look at the photos. In this case, the photo, okay? Look at this one. Take a look at it. Does it remind you of any film or any TV series that you've seen? Let me go down to the castle. Let me show you the castle. Does it remind you of any movie or any series that you have seen or watched?
Maybe Downtown Abbey.
Maybe Downtown Abbey. All right, probably, yes. How about this one? Does it remind you of any movie or series that you have seen or watched? Yes, yes. No, no. There's a big film, a big hit film, very, very, very known throughout the world and the years, that is set on a ship, a big ship, an immense, a massive ship. It's romantic. It talks about love. It talks about social classes.
Okay, I know that you're talking about Titanic, but that picture, it doesn't remind.
It doesn't remind you of Titanic,
Yeah.
not the big hall with the fancy restaurant thing.
Actually, it reminds me more Harry Potter.
Harry
Or
Potter.
the diner. The big diner.
The diner, correct. The dining room, probably, yes. Well, I'm not a Harry Potter fan myself. I think you are, Miss Kelly. So that would set kind of a controversy between you and I. I'm not into the Potter films. But okay, all right. And this last image, does it remind you of any movie or any series you have watched? Mr. Johan, any movie, any series that you have watched?
No.
No, not really. They're kind of like old vintage traditional images, old vintage traditional places, okay? More than, you know, the normal ones. Okay. From this question, from this exercise question on 1A, I have a question for you. Something has come to my mind. Something has gotten my attention, okay? I will write it over on the sharing board, okay? Let me share with you the board again, and just use your memory, please. Let me sharpen it with black. Okay. The question is this. What is the meaning of remind something or someone of? What it is to remind? Because I'm quite familiar with remember, but what it is to remind? Who can tell me the difference or the similarities between remember and remind? When to use one, when to use the other?
Like remind could be when you have like a memory or an idea like in the back of your head and you see something and you said, oh, that reminds me of you. Like
Okay.
that. And remember is more like I have to remember to take the pill or something like that.
All right. I like the example, Miss Maria Roberta. I like the example. Very good. Good participation there. I like the example. Who can compliment on Miss Roberta's idea? Who can compliment it on that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I think remind could be with a person, like name, pronoun, job, and
Okay.
remember for an action.
All right. Maybe. I'll stick with Miss Maria Roberta's idea a bit more, because when you remember, it's basically with an object. You remember to do something, or you remember something. It basically complements the idea of an object. It's an action or a person, basically. But when you remind someone of someone else, basically here in this dotted line, what we need to have is a person, a subject, only a subject, okay? So it would be something like this. The movie reminds or reminded me of you. Oh, so romantic. The movie reminds me of you. The flower smell, the smell of the flower, the rose, the petals reminded me of that old girlfriend I had. So basically, it's a subject after remind and another subject after of. It's basically a mental picture, a remembrance. It's basically an idea that you have at the back of your head that something or someone activates it, okay? So, for example, Miss Kayla has to remember to log in every Saturday and every Sunday. She has to remember she has classes, okay? That's simply a fact, an idea. But Miss Valeria is every single day texting Kayla and telling her, Kayla, do not forget, Saturday we have class. Kayla, do not forget, Sunday we also have classes. So Miss Kayla remembers because Miss Valeria reminds her of the classes. Yes? So remember is recordar, a simple idea, and remind means hacer acuerdo de. Basically, it's someone or something creating an action, having an action for that other person. Okay? So when we see an image, when we see a picture, when we see a dog, when we see a rose, when we see a soccer field, that sets or activates a memory in our head, so that reminds us of something else. That makes us remember something else. Okay? So basically, remind is to, where's the equal here? I don't find it. Okay, no problem. I'll just use this one. Remind is make, remember. Okay, that's basically the idea of remind. Simple as that. To make something or someone remember something or someone else. Okay, so we go back to our sharing on our students book. Okay, let me just small you there. So we've analyzed the images. Now we have to read the article and complete it with the past participle from the list, with a past participle form from the list. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, check on the options we have as past participle forms. Mr. Mario, could you please read the first line in the box from left to right?
Repeat the question, please.
Could you read the first line in the word box here from left to right?
Okay. Based, design,
Designed, inhabited,
inspired, owned.
owned.
Oh, okay.
Could you
owned.
repeat it?
Owned.
Not owned, owned, owned.
Oh, owned.
Very good. Yes. Mr. Mario, it's as simple as this. OWN is own, finishes in an N, and this ED, you will add the D, owned, owned. Okay, so we have based, that sounds as a T, based, designed as a D, inhabited as an ED, inhabited, inspired with a D, and owned with a D. Okay, remember in English, we have to perform our past simple forms very, very precisely. Okay, we have to do it precise. Why? Because sometimes some sounds are specific, sometimes some sounds are non-specific, but in this case, in past forms, all sounds are specific. Mr. Johan, could you please complement the line from left to right at the bottom?
Photography,
Photograph,
transformed, photograph, transformed, use it, welcome.
okay, we will practice on that pronunciation. Do not worry if I correct you on the pronunciation, please. I beg of you, do not worry or do not feel at some or at any point mistreated, okay? It is my obligation, it is my job. Photographed with a T, photographed. transformed with a D, transformed. Used with a T, used. And welcomed with a D, welcomed. Okay, so we have based, designed, inhabited, inspired, owned, photographed, transformed, used, welcomed. Okay, those are the past participle forms we observe in the box. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will please ask you to check on screen, capture it, please have a screen capture of these words right here, of these verbs, so I can scroll down onto the reading. Okay, we will go one by one on the readings, but I need you to have the ideas on the verbs. Okay, please have the verbs screen captured so I can scroll down. Okay, or write them down on a piece of paper or have them in your phone as you wish. Okay, so we can go with reading A, B, and so forth. Okay, let me know when you are ready so I can scroll down. Miss Valeria, can you repeat all the verbs from left to right with the correct sound?
Okay. Based, designed, inhabited, inspired, owned, photographed, transformed, used, welcomed.
Very good. I like that very much. Miss Carla, could you please repeat all the verbs from left to right?
Say, designed, inhabited, inspired, owned, photographed, transformed, used, welcomed.
The first one, Miss Carla, based. Based. Okay, remember, like baseball, based.
Based.
Very good. Excellent. Miss Julie, could you please repeat all the verbs?
Base, design, inhabited, inspired, owned, no,
Owned.
owned,
Mhm.
owned, program, transformed, use, welcome.
Very good. All right. Thank you very much. Miss Anais, could you please repeat all the verbs?
Based, designed, inhabit, inspired, owned, photographed, transformed, used, welcome.
Let's check on this one, Miss Anais. Designed.
Design.
Okay. There is this word that is very adapted onto Spanish subjects or to Spanish majors or to Spanish careers. Design. For us, it's so simple to say diseño as design. Simple, okay? Because it is a very well adapted word into our Spanish vocabulary. Es más, algunos centros comerciales o algunas tiendas se llaman design, plaza design, something design. It's very common. It's very well adapted onto our Spanish vocabulary and to our Spanish sounds. Miss Kelly, could you help us with the pronunciation of the words?
Base, design, inhabited, inspired, own, photograph, transform, use, and welcome.
Very good. I like those. Miss Paola, could you please help us?
Based, designed, inhabited, inspired, owned, photographed, transformed, used, welcome.
Very good. Mr. Pablo, can you help us with the pronunciation of the words?
Yes.
Sure.
Base, design, inhabit, inspired, owned, photographed, transformed, used, and welcomed.
Thank you very much. Miss Sonia, Could you help us with the pronunciation of the words? Miss Sonia, I believe you're there. Yes. Okay, we don't have Miss Sonia for now. Miss Kayla.
Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah, there you are. There you are, Miss Sonia.
Basic design innovative inspiring how photographs transform user welcome.
Okay, very good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I will scroll down so we can start with the first one. It says you're standing in the place where. You're standing in the place where. You're standing in the place where. Basically, this is the beginning of our reading. Reading A, Highclere Castle, near Newbury in Berkshire, United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, please go through the reading, okay? Go through the reading and complete these two options, these two gaps with two of the verbs from the higher part, okay? Let's see how you do them. I will give you a couple of minutes, okay, to go with the reading and complete.
Teacher,
Yes.
you can zoom in. It can see.
Okay, sure, no problem. I will zoom it
Thank you.
in, no problem. No problem, no problem. Let me just move this a little here. Okay, let me just scroll down. There. Do you see it better?
Thank you, yes.
All right, no problem. You're welcome. How are we doing? We have them ready? Yes, yes, no, no.
I think I know the answer.
You think you know the answer? For number 2?
Base.
Okay, was based into. You sure?
Yes.
No,
Base.
I think it's transformed.
Was transformed.
Yes, because he says, well, while he was staying in Highclere Castle, he realized that it would be the perfect place to set the historical drama, and the castle was transformed into Downton Abbey. I
Okay,
think.
transformed. All right, we'll check. Does
Or
anybody have the
design,
answer for
I'm-
number 3?
That one is based.
Number 3
Based.
is based.
Base.
Okay. All righty. Have your answers there. Have your answers there, please. Let's check on reading letter B. Okay. Here's reading letter B. Cortland Alley, New York, USA. Okay. That has number 4 and number 5. Okay. All righty. How are we doing with numbers 4 and 5? Miss Paola, Miss Valeria, do you have the answers to 4 and 5?
For use.
For use.
Number 4, used. Okay. And what about number 5?
Photograph.
Photographed. Okay, Miss Kelly, photographed. Sounds about all right. Okay. Sounds about all right. Let's scroll down, please. Let us scroll down to continue with this reading. Let me check, sorry, let me check on number 6 as we have it around here. Okay, 5 here, photographed, and number 6 is right here. And then we just scroll down as quick to numbers 7 and onwards, please. Check on number 6.
Own.
Owned. All right. Owned. Sounds a good option. Okay, very good, very good. Let's check on 7 and 8, please. 9, 7, 8, and 9 are down here. Okay, 7 and 8, as you can see them. The place is Christ Church College in Oxford, United Kingdom. That's your reading for numbers 7 and 8.
Inspired.
Inspired. Okay. Maybe yes.
Which one?
Number 7. Someone said inspired. Number 7.
I think is design.
Designed. Okay, probably an option on designed. Okay, as we have 7, let me scroll down for you to check numbers 8 and 9. Sorry, not that fast. There. If you, throughout the reading, ladies and gentlemen, find yourselves with a word or phrase or expression that complicates you at any point, please let me know so we can talk about those words, expressions, or phrases, okay? If you do not know them very well, or you do not know them at all, but you find them interesting, or you find yourselves curious about that word, let me know, please. You can use the chat if you have a question, no problem. So, do we have the option for number 8? Does any of you have the option for number 8? Mr. Mario, Mr.
Inspire.
Johan?
Inspire.
Okay. Inspired could be an option. Anybody else on number 8? Miss Jennifer, Miss Naomi, do you have any options for number 8? Yes, yes. Maria Eduarda? Johan, do you find yourself an option on number 8?
Inspired.
Inspired, you say? Okay. And what about number 9? Visitors are
Welcome.
Welcome.
welcomed throughout the year. Okay. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap this idea on readings, okay, and we move to basically a new following up exercise, which is the reading on the article and answering which place goes with these 8 questions. Was there any word, any expression, any phrase that caught your attention throughout the 3 readings that we need to discuss, that we need to check? Is there any question here? Yes, yes. On letter A, Highclere Castle, any word around the reading that you found intriguing, that you were curious about? Yes or no? No? Ladies and gentlemen, a question. Do we know the meaning of the word success? Yes?
To be well known around the world.
To be well known around the world. Okay. Miss Kelly says to be well known around the world. Probably, yes. Mr. Mario, do you have any idea of the meaning of the word success? Yes, Mr. Mario? Or no?
I have no idea.
You have no
Sorry.
idea. Oh, you do have an idea, but are not quite sure. Ladies and gentlemen, the word success means hit as something positive. Success is the consolidation of an action, an event, a process on the positive side. That is success. Into our Spanish, el éxito. So the series was a huge success, a huge hit, something great, outstanding, marvelous, okay? Something very good, extremely good. So that is success. If success is éxito, how do we go with the opposite? What is the opposite of success? What is the negative part? What is the negative term on success?
Fail. Failure.
Failure. Very good. Failure. So we have success and we have failure. Okay? Good. When something is good, it is a success. Okay? So success, it's positive, whereas failure is negative. Okay? I'm sending it to you via chat box. That's all we need to understand. Success is positive, failure is negative. Success, éxito, failure, fracaso. That's what we need to know, okay? This is basically here on this idea on the castle, okay? Highclere Castle. Let's see if we can find something else that we can talk about. Not here. Let's analyze on the Cortland Abbey in New York, the USA, okay? What is the meaning of this word right here? Chaste. What is the meaning of chaste, ladies and gentlemen? Chaste.
To be followed.
To be followed around, to be pursued, to be persecuted. Yes. Okay, very, very good. So chaste means seguidos, okay? Perseguidos, that is chase. So chase equals pursued. Chase is pursue or follow. Yes, very, very good. So you chase your dreams, you pursue your dreams, you follow your dreams, okay? If you're walking down the street and you feel someone behind you on your every step, that person is chasing you, is pursuing you, is following you, okay? Very good, yes. What else we can find from here? Here, right here, one of the few remaining ones. What is the meaning of remaining? What is the meaning of the word remaining? Do you know the word remaining?
Still there.
That is still there, that is still exists. So remaining means permaneciente. So remaining means still existing. Okay, very good. That's remaining. Okay, very, very good. Let me check what we have here. Nothing more on this one. Let me go to Church College. Let's see if we can find something here. Let me see if we can find something here. Okay, mathematics. Okay, here, ladies and gentlemen, is the word dean. Remember, I told you at the very beginning of the class when we were talking about the use of English as a proper structure and a proper stress or intonation. The word dean as decano, the head of the college or the head of the university, that is dean, okay? Check on this word for your new vocabulary acquisition, okay? You can use it anytime you wish, okay? Remember how to use it. Let me find something here. Okay, we have the expression at the top, okay? Very, very common, at the top. That's one direction. How do we say if at the top is up here, how do we go on to the opposite? How do we go down here? What is the opposite of top? Johan, the opposite of top?
Down, on,
Down?
around.
Okay, I will help you with I will help you with the letter that begins the word. Is the letter B. The word is not down. It begins with the letter B. B as bus. B. No?
No.
No problem. It's okay. Miss Naomi, background? Nope. Not quite correct. No. Thanks for the try.
Bottom.
Who was that? Mr. Mario?
The bottom.
Okay. At the bottom, correct. Yes, 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 yes. Who's watched SpongeBob SquarePants?
I do.
Okay, Miss Kelly has watched SpongeBob SquarePants. When we see Bob Esponja, as we know it in Spanish, the name of the place where he lives is Bikini Bottom. Okay, fondo de bikini. So Bikini Bottom, in this case, the word is bottom. So we have at the top, at the bottom. And what about in between? What is the name of the place in between? When we're talking about directions. So the top, the bottom, and what is here?
In the middle.
In the middle, yes. As a TV series, in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, but what is important about this is not only knowing top, bottom, and middle, but also knowing the correct prepositions, the correct usage of these locations. When you say parte alta, the top, sí, pero cuando dices en la parte alta, when you say en la parte alta, that's at the top. Parte baja, bottom, the bottom, at the bottom. You cannot say in the top, in the bottom. It's at the top, at the bottom. In the middle, that's the correct preposition. In the middle, okay? You cannot switch prepositions. That's wrong. That's not to be done. So it's always at the top, at the bottom, in the middle, okay? That's quite important, okay? We need to understand the correct usage of these prepositions. I find nothing else around here, okay? I don't know, maybe the word throughout may wake a question up. It may comes with a question. Throughout, basically the pronunciation aspect comes first. Mr. Johan, repeat with me, throughout.
Throughout.
Good. Miss Kelly, throughout.
Throughout.
Mr. Mario.
Throughout.
All right, very good. Miss Jennifer, throughout.
Throughout.
Very good. Miss Sonia, throughout.
Throughout.
Okay. Miss Kayla, throughout.
Throughout.
Okay. Miss Carla, throughout.
Throughout.
Okay. Miss Julie, throughout.
Throughout.
All right, very good. Miss Paola, throughout.
Throughout.
Thank you very much. Miss Valeria, you're next. Throughout.
Throughout.
Very good. Miss Maria Roberta, throughout.
Throughout.
Very good. Miss Naomi, throughout.
Throughout.
Very good. And Mr. Paulo, throughout.
Throughout.
All right, very good. Notice how important it is to produce the correct sounds. This TH right here gives us quite complications when we're talking about pronunciation. Okay, I will show you why. I will show you why right now. Okay, check on, please, the board. Okay, check on the board. Okay, let me undo everything. All right. I will type some words and I would like you to produce the pronunciation of the words just in your head. Don't have to say it out loud. Don't have to say them out loud. Just produce them in your head, okay? Okay. Check on these words, please. All of these words, and these are examples that just occurred to me right now. All of these words begin with TH, okay? All of the words begin with CH, okay? Now, not all of them produce the same sound. They produce a different sound in some cases. All right? That's why it is important to produce the correct sounds. We need to know these words in order to know their sounds. And there will always be the question, why? And the reason is just because. Simply, it is that way. There is no reason. English is like that. Okay? Mr. Mario, the first word, how do you pronounce it?
Did.
Okay. Miss Kayla, this second word, how do you pronounce it?
The.
Okay. Miss Valeria, this one.
Things.
Maria Roberta, this one.
This.
Okay. Miss Paola, this one right here.
Tug, tug.
Uh-huh. You yourself found in quite a predicament. You pronounce them both ways. Okay. Naomi, how do you pronounce this one right here?
Sam.
Okay. Mr. Pablo, how do you pronounce this one?
Thanks.
Okay. Let me go up. Sanji, how do you pronounce this one right here?
Tools.
Okay. Miss Julie, how do you pronounce this one? Julie? I did not hear you. I cannot hear you. I see you're moving your lips, but I do not hear you. Anais, can you help me?
Throw.
Okay. Miss Kelly, this one.
And
Okay. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, how this TH, okay, this TH has two sounds. Okay. one of the sounds is a th, and the other one is a D. Okay, so these, thin, things, these, thug, that, think, thinks, those, through, thought, then. Notice how unequivocally complex English is. We may pronounce the same way, we may produce the same sounds, but it's not correct. Why this word right here sounds different from this one? Simply because that's the way English is. So these, things, thanks, those, through, thought, then. Okay? It's just the production of sounds in English. That is the way English sounds. Okay? We need to check on those sounds as it is important. Okay? Think. We put our tongue in between our teeth and we make a sound of a th. You have to put your tongue between your teeth. You have to put your tongue in between your teeth and you have to like bite it. Think, thanks, through, throughout, thought. Okay? And then we make the other sound, which is that. We don't produce air, we do not expel air, we just bite it and we make the D sound. That, this, then, these, those. Okay? It's mere pronunciation. Okay? So we go back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we go back to our exercise in hand. Okay, I will, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you this exercise. Let me zoom it out, please. Let me zoom it out and let me, sorry, we went back too far. Okay. Here we are. All righty, ladies, gentlemen, here it is. Read the article again. Answer the questions with A for Highclere Castle, B for Cortlandt Alley, and C for Christ Church College. Try to remember the ideas in the reading and answer these questions, please. Or if you need me to, I will move up. Screen capture on the readings, please. Screen capture on the reading so you can check your answers, please. Screen capture on the reading. So we can scroll down. Yes. Did you screen capture, Mr. Johan? All right, very good. Let me move you down to letter C. And you have the questions there, please. I will give you 5 minutes to answer these questions, all right? You have 8 questions. Let me know when you're done. So, ladies, gentlemen, how are we doing there? What do we have? Which place is not really as it seems in films? Which place has a permanent exhibition there? Which place was used for the same thing, both in real life and on TV? Which place is where a famous author met a person who inspired him? Which place is one of the few places of its kind that still exists? Which place is only open during holiday periods? Which place was built in the 1500s? Which place is sometimes not open because people are working there? Do we have the answers to those questions, ladies and gentlemen? Miss Paula just nodded a little. Miss Paola, yes, so she may have some answers. All righty. I don't know if you heard me mentioning this year. Miss Paola, did you hear me saying this year? Yes? No? Okay. How would you say this year? How would you say en los 1500s?
15s. I don't know.
In the 15s, okay. Can anybody help me with that? How you would say it? How would you say 1500, en los 1500? Miss Kelly?
Sometimes when I see the sitcoms in English, I heard that they said like 1500s, I think.
Very good. That's the way I pronounced it. In the 1500s. Okay? 1500s. That's 1500. Okay? Not as decades, probably as decades. Not as centuries. That's absolutely out of the question. Okay? 1500s as decades. En los 1500, from 1501 to 1509. Okay? 1500s. That moves us to another understanding. Okay? How do we say years in English? How do we say years in English? If I have this year, if I have this one, if I have this one right here, how do we say these 3 years?
You say the like 1960s or 1905. You say the first two and then the other two.
Miss Maria Roberta, excellent, very good. Yes. The first one is 1960. 1960. We separate them into pairs. 2 pairs of 2 numbers each. Okay? So we have 1960. Then we have 1905. Yes. When we have a 0 in the middle or the beginning of the second pair, we say it as O. We do not say 1905. No, no, no. We say 1905. Okay? And this year right here, our current year, it's 2023. But some people, I don't know why, say 2023. Okay? Now, those people who say it 2023 are absolutely correct. But those of you, if it happens or has happened, those people who say it as 2023 are partially right, partially wrong, because it confuses our idea, our general knowledge. Because if we say 2023, we would be this. And it would be an amount of money, an amount of cars, an amount of rocks, an amount of coins. As 1,000 does not work with years, okay? Because if not, it would be 1,960, and we do not say that in years. 1,905, we do not say that in years, okay? So it would be better, my piece of advice to you, it would be better for you to stick to one plan. And one plan would be to say the years the common way, 2 pairs, 2023, 1960, 1905. All right? My option, my opinion, my piece of advice. Questions on this topic right here? No? All clear, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. Very, very good. Let us clear those drawings, okay? And we would be going back to the book. So, tell me, what are your answers to these questions? Who can do number 1? Miss Carla, do you have the answer to number 1?
Ay, la tenía anotada, espera.
No problem. Take your time. Take your time.
Letter A.
Letter A, okay. Who's got the answer to number 2? We will check in a minute, Carla. No problem. No problem. Who's got the answer to number 2? Mario?
I am not sure. Maybe letter. Wait.
No problem. Take your time.
Letter A.
Letter A as well. All right. Miss Paola, do you by any chance have the answer to number 3?
The B.
Letter B. All right. Very good. We will check. Miss Sanji, do you have an answer to question number 4?
Letter C.
Letter C, she says. Okay. Mr. Johan, an answer to question number 5.
Letter B.
Letter B. All right. Miss Kelly, an answer to number 6.
Letter C.
Letter C, she says. Okay. Miss Sonia, an answer to question number 7.
B.
Letter B, she says as well. Okay. And Mr. Pablo, do you have the answer to question number 8?
Yes, number C.
Which one was it, Mr. Pablo?
The letter C.
Letter C. All right. All right. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let me check on something. Okay. I will, ladies and gentlemen, stop sharing for a minute. Okay. As I will check on the answers. Okay. I will check on the answers. Let me check here on the video. And let me check on the answer keys for this 2 exercises. If you have any questions, please, ladies and gentlemen, have them so we can discuss them, okay? Have them on a piece of paper or in your phones so we can discuss them and we can understand any other idea, okay? Let me check on the textbook. Good. Here we have the teacher's book. Okay. And let me download it real quick so we can have the answers. Ladies, gentlemen, any questions so far with what we have done throughout the grammar, throughout any space on the readings? Miss Kelly, any question? Are we all clear? Yes. Mr. Johan, do you have any question about passive voice, basic ideas? Miss Maria Roberta, questions? No, all clear. Miss Valeria? All clear, I believe. Good, perfect. Let me check on the answer keys so we can confirm our answers, okay? Let me just check them real quick. Okay. This is unit 1. Let me go to unit number 6 real quick. Okay, 4. This is okay. I need to double check in a minute. 9B. This is 9B. We go all the way up. Just a quick question and a reminder from Universidad Católica Academia de Idiomas. Does any of you, by any chance, have not paid the course yet? Is everyone paid with the course? Or is any of you still not paying the course? Is everyone paid? Yes, everyone is registered legally for the course. Let me know if any of you has not fully legally paid the course. I just received that question from Academia de Idiomas. So if any of you has not paid the course yet, please do so on Monday, first thing in the morning, please, because you will be informed of your new payment for the course, okay, starting Monday. So make sure everything is set to legally be in the course, okay? This is 7A, 5 and 6 revision. Okay, we will check later on. All right. Here we go. We go back to the grammar, okay? We go back to the grammar ideas. The pronunciation, well, that's a listening idea. Basically, you will do it in your Moodle platform, ladies and gentlemen. Vocabulary on cinema. That's a good topic for me. Ladies and gentlemen, vocabulary on cinema. How many of you are fans of going to the movies? Let us talk a little. Miss Valeria, you seem a fanatical of movies. Yes?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I prefer series.
You prefer series.
Yes.
You do not like going to the movies, or you do not like movies?
Not so much.
Okay, all right, all right. Miss Naomi, do you like movies or do you like series? Do you like going to the cinema?
Movies.
You prefer movies. Okay, good, perfect. Miss Kelly, do you like going to the movies? Miss Kelly just went to the movie. Miss Maria Roberta, do you like going to the movies?
I don't like movie theaters. They're scary. I don't like them.
You don't like theaters? They're scary to you? Okay. All right, all right. You don't like the dark, I
Yeah,
would say.
they're
All right, good. So, Miss Kelly,
No.
welcome back. I was asking you if you like going to the movies, if you like the cinema.
Sorry. Yes, I do.
Okay, very good, very good. So, let us analyze, please. Let us analyze on this. Look at some extracts from the text in number 1. What do you think the highlighted phrases mean? What do you think the highlighted phrases mean? So highlighted means remarked, okay? Numbers 1, 2, and 3 have a highlighted phrase. Cortlandt Alley has been used for almost all the alley scenes in films and TV series that in New York. Number 2, these scenes are real life event. And number 3, both the interior and exterior scenes in and around the castle itself. Miss Anais, could you read number 1?
Yes, Cortlandt LA has been used for almost all the LA scenes in films and TV series that are set in New York.
Okay, good. Miss Kayla, could you please read number 2?
These scenes are based on a real life event.
Thank you very much. Miss Sonia, could you read number 3?
Both the interior and exterior set were shot in and around the castle itself.
All right, very good. Excellent, thank you very much. So, one common word in these 3 sentences is this one. Miss Sonia, Miss Anais, and Miss Kayla read them in your or in their sentences. The word is scenes. Scenes, okay? S-C-E-N-E-S sounds scenes. No le ponemos un sonido adicional de una E. We do not say scenes, okay? We just say scenes. That's simple, sins, okay? It sounds basically as pecados in English, sins, simple. They sound the same thing. So the first expression is are set in. The second expression is are based on. And the third expression is were shot. Are based in, are set in, basically similar, are based on, and were shot, okay? So, Miss Maria Roberta, could you help us with your understanding on this phrase, are set in?
I think it's talking about the location that it's, I mean, set in New York. It's done. It was like the location is New York.
Very good.
That's what I think.
Yes, the location, the place. Very good. Miss Paola, your idea or understanding on this second expression are based on.
I think that is like something that is founded or established in a particular place.
Okay, good. Something that is basically idealized from something, whether it is a real life event or let's say a rally, a competition, something fictional, something real, etc. And where shot, it was already seen basically before, okay? Now, please, I would like you to work exercise letter C, okay? Letter C will be worked by you with a movie, okay? I will give you a movie. I will set groups and you will work in groups, okay? I will give you a movie and you will describe it. You will describe the plot. You will describe if it is a horror film, a thriller, if it is an action movie, etc. Okay? You can Google it once I give you the movie. All right? You would understand that if it is a musical scene, a musical series, a musical theater play, etc. Okay? And you will also talk about the main cast and the extras if you find them Google way. Okay? I will give you a movie. You will describe the movie, where it is set, if it is based on fiction or real life events, if you can find where it was shot, okay, basically the real time location, and you will describe some additional aspects, the plot, if it is a horror film, an action film, a drama film, if it at some point could be a musical or a soundtrack only, basically, if it's got those scenarios, okay? Let me set up the groups, please. Let me set the groups here, okay? Let me set the groups here. Let's check on breakout rooms. Let's see. How many of us are here? Let's see. 5%. Okay. 3. Okay, I will create 5 rooms. All right. I will create 5 rooms. That will be 3 people in each room. Okay. You will be aligned randomly or automatically. Okay. So you will work with each group. I'm creating the groups. They are being opened. Okay. Please, once you receive invitation, join the rooms. Please join the rooms so you can work with your groups. Thank you, Ms. Naomi. Thank you, Mr. Pablo. Yes, Ms. Valeria, thank you. Ms. Maria Roberta, excellent. Ms. Jennifer, yes. Ms. Carla, thank you very much. Very good. Ms. Kayla, good. Ms. Kelly, thank you. Ms. Sanji, all right. Mr. Mario, yes. Ms. Paola, good. Mr. Johan, Ms. Anais, good. So, room 1 is all right. Room number 2, we're still waiting on Ms. Sonia. Room number 3 is complete. Room number 4 complete, and 5 as well. Okay? Perfect. I will broadcast a message, and the message will have the name of the movie. Remember, you have to describe the movie on where it is set, what it is based on, reality or fiction, where it was shot, and some additional ideas, plot, characters, main characters, secondary characters, etc. All right. So for let's say I will join. Right, ladies, gentlemen, your movie will be, let's say, Titanic. Okay, that's your movie, Titanic. All right, you have time to start debating, to start talking, to start researching all the components of the movie. Remember, where it is set in. ¿Cuál es el ambiente? What is based on? Reality or fiction? Where it was shot, the real life, real-time location, and the additional aspects, okay?
¿Cuál era la última?
Remember, set, el ambiente en el que se realiza. You have the basis, si se basa en realidad o en ficción. And then you have the location, donde fue filmado. In this case, in Italy, in England, in a boat, in a ship, etc. Okay? All right, I'm leaving room. Ladies and gentlemen, room number 1. Listen up carefully. Your movie is going to be, let's say, Harry Potter. Okay? Harry Potter is going to be your movie. You have to tell me, you have to talk to each other and then tell me and the rest where it is set, what is based on, and where it was shot, plus additional information based on your opinions or your criteria. What is based on, where is set, where it was shot. Those are the main 3 components. Okay? Is there any question, Mr. Pablo? Are we all clear with the instructions?
Yes, it's clear.
All right, thank you very much. So, Mr. Pablo, Miss Juliana, and Miss Naomi, you are good to go. You're good to work. Let me go to other break rooms. Maria Roberta, why are you here and not in a group?
I don't know. I mean, my iPad turned off, and then when I
Okay, I
tried to get in
included you in
again.
Mr. Pablo's room.
Oh,
Join
thank you.
in.
Oh, no, but I already was with, I think, Kelly, and I don't know the name of the other one, but I already was in one. I'm
But
sorry.
as you left, you have been excluded from that group. So you have to
Oh.
join a new one.
Oh,
Okay, no problem.
I'm sorry.
No problem, it's okay. Ladies
Yes,
and
thank you.
gentlemen, hello, hello. I am here. Your movie, ladies and gentlemen, your movie is going to be Shrek. Shrek is your movie, okay? So
Okay.
remember the 3 main components. Where it is set, what it is based on, and where it was shot. All right?
Okay.
Plus the additional components or the additional ideas on the plot, the characters, if it is an animated movie, if it is a real life movie, etc. Okay?
Okay.
Are we clear with the instructions?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, very good. Get to work, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Jennifer and Miss Kelly, welcome back. I'm here. Okay, ladies, no gentlemen, your movie is going to be Finding Nemo. That is your movie, Finding Nemo. Okay, Remember the three components of the exercise. Where it is based, as where it is set, okay? What it is based on, where it was shot.
Based on is like the plot.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. It is quite similar to what the plot is. And then the additional information as the main characters, secondary characters, year of production, year of creation.
The third one.
Say what?
The third one.
So remember, where it is set, what it is based on, and where it was or it is shot. Okay?
Okay.
All righty. Ladies, go with your movie. Ladies, I'm here. Listen, the movie I have chosen for you is The Fast and the Furious. Okay? The Fast and the Furious. That is your movie. So, three aspects, the three main aspects. Where it is set, what it is based on, and where it is shot. Those are the three main aspects. Where it is set, donde se ambienta la película. What it is based on, en qué se basa. And number three, where it is shot or where it was shot. Donde fue filmada. All right? Those are your three main components, plus some additional information. Main characters, secondary characters, if it is action, drama, terror, or thriller, horror, whatever it is. Okay? So those are your ideas. Ladies, you can get to work, please.
Hi. So it's
Ah.
me again. I have a situation.
Yes, tell me.
May I be excused? It's because I have like this family thing that I have to attend to, and they're rushing me. And my movie is Harry Potter. I can do the explanation right now if you want.
Sure thing, no problem.
May I be excused? It's for this class. I'm
Sure,
sorry.
no problem. It's okay. It's okay, no problem. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
This will take points of my grade or something.
No, absolutely not. No worries.
Okay. Thank you. Very
All
much.
right, no problem. You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Be good. All right, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay. Miss Paola, I see you snacking. You cannot hide it from anyone. It's okay, no problem. All right, ladies, gentlemen, please don't forget to turn your cameras on. Please always have your cameras on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Valeria, welcome back. Miss Kelly, we missed you. We missed you, Miss Kelly. Thank you, welcome back. All right, very good. Miss Jennifer, thank you. Mr. Johan, Mr. Mario. Okie dokie. Miss Juliana, Miss Anais, Miss Naomi, please help us with your cameras on. Thank you, Miss Julie. All right, now I know Julie, Juliana. Very good. Okay, so I'm assuming you comprehended the topic, you comprehended the exercise, you worked it out, okay? So what I need you to do now is to present your work, okay? Present your work as to explain the three main concepts of the exercise. The three main concepts were to talk about where the movie is or was set, where it was shot, and what it was based on. Okay, those were the three main components, the three main aspects of the exercise: the setting, the basis, and the shooting place. So, Miss Kelly, help us with your Nemo video. Finding Nemo was your movie, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so please, everyone listen to Miss Kelly's presentation. And who did you work with, Miss Kelly?
With Jennifer.
With Jennifer. Jennifer's not here, Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer's there.
Yes,
Jennifer
yes.
Rivera, yes. Okay, who else? Just the two of you?
I think I can't remember the name of the other girl, but she disappeared from the group at first.
Maria Eduarda, was it?
I
Maybe.
think. Maybe.
Okay. All right, no problem. So, Miss Kelly and Miss Jennifer, help us with your presentation.
Okay, our movie was Finding Nemo. This movie is set on the ocean, I think the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, but as we know, it's a Pixar movie, so obviously it was shot in a studio.
Okay, yes, it was shot in a studio and it was
Yeah,
set in the Pacific Ocean. Yes.
yeah. And it's based on the plot of the movie is about a father and his son named Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
They live in I don't know the name of that plant or animal.
It's a coral reef. Yes, it's
Yeah.
an anemone. Una anemona.
Yeah, it's a living thing.
Yes.
Okay, and they live there, but one day Nemo were captured by fishermen,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and now the father is traveling around all the ocean to find him.
Very good. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So Finding Nemo, we all know it's an animated movie from Pixar, based on love and drama. Basically, the movie is love and drama, fatherly love and drama. Yes, he was captured. He was taken by two fishermen. Okay, basically, yes, two fishermen. Sportsmen fishermen. Okay, they were sports fishermen. They took him in a plastic bag and they took him away. So yes, his father traveled all along the ocean to find him, to get him back. Good. Now some conspiracy theories say that Nemo never existed, and the father was like imagining and fantasizing with the son, and so forth and so forth. Okay, very good. Yes, thank you, Miss Kelly and Miss Jennifer. Mr. Johan, your group, your movie, tell us about it, please. Give us the name of the movie and tell us your information.
The movie is Titanic.
Okay, yes.
My group was Anais and Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it set in? The Titanic is set primarily in the North Atlantic Ocean and takes place in the 1912.
Okay, try it. What is the year? 19 what?
12. Se me olvidó el 12. Me dio nervios.
1912.
1912.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Revolves around the maiden voyage of the RMS Titanic. That is a luxury liner that sailed from the Southampton, England to New York. Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
The next question is.
Continue, please.
The next question is that is based on real life or on real life or fiction. Is 50-50. The historical event is that the ship strike with the iceberg, come down, but the fictional event is that the romance that have Jack and Rose, the main characters, that put the director James Cameron to make more memorabilia in the story.
Very good, very good. Yes.
Where is yes.
the word you use to make the story more memorable, like more to remember? Yes. Continue. Very good.
Where is shot? Titanic have various locations that in Baja California, Mexico, sometimes, and in order for the Atlantic Ocean near of the coast of Newfoundland in Canada. This made in general is about set that is natural sailing or construction about the ship that involve the ship.
Very good. Okay. Some words Mr. Johan used. The word liner, or the idea of the vessel that is this big construction boat or ship, basically. That's a liner. Very good. It was struck, or it was struck out by an iceberg. Yes, very good. The love idea of Titanic, well, we understand the characters, Jack and Rose, and it's a real based event. It's a real life based event because the event actually happened. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Johan. Very, very good. Miss Julie, what was your movie and who was your group?
While playing the Harry Potter movie.
Yes, you had Harry Potter.
My group, Naomi Rivera, Pablo Pincay, Maria Roberta.
Okay.
Maria Roberta. Okay. What is the movie Harry Potter about? Harry Potter is a series of fantasy novels written by British. Where was the movie Harry Potter filmed? The setting that stays out the Harry Potter is London, but some sets are set it were Rose Studios, which are based on sexy, like the Bloody Library, the Straightway. The film was based on real life. The Harry Potter film series is not based on real life Evans. It is a work of fiction created by Joanne Rowling.
Yes, J.K. Rowling.
Yes. The story follows the adventures of the young wizard named Harry Potter at his friends at Hogwarts School.
At Howard School. Yes, very good. Yes, Miss Julie. Excellent. Very, very good. So we have the word wizard, which is basically a magician, but wizard and a magician are kind of a bit different. A wizard goes basically with enchantments, and a magician is basically for entertainment or for fun. Kind of like the difference there. So if you have this little stick, you could be a wizard or a magician, but it all depends on the result, the outcome, the purpose of the act. Okay, so basically we could understand those differences there. All right. There was one other group, Miss Paola. What was your group?
Okay, my group was Valeria and Mario.
Okay, what was your movie?
Shrek.
Shrek. Very good. I love that movie. All right, go.
Okay, so the movie is animated, so it's computer generated and doesn't
Okay.
have a physical set.
Correct.
Now, upon researching, it's funny because it says that the film takes place in two sets. That is Zulu, the lordship of Lord Farquaad, and Far, Far Away, the kingdom ruled by the parents of Fiona.
Very good. Far, far away. There we go.
Sorry.
No problem. What else? What else do we have on that movie?
Okay, I think this movie is well known because it is made for families,
Mhm.
and this movie is based on William's stage book, where his main
Yes.
character, Shrek, was inspired by a fighter, Maurice Steele, in 1990.
Mhm. Very good. All right, all right. Mr. Mario, Mr. Mario was a member of that group, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
Mr.
sorry,
Mario?
sorry. I am confused. The shoot.
Uh-huh.
I have idea the location
Okay.
or the ¿cómo se dice personajes? Sorry.
Characters.
Characters.
Okay. What is your idea there?
Wait, sorry.
Try to give us some ideas on the characters in the movie, some additional aspects for that movie. We all know Shrek. We all know Nemo. Do we know the name of the other characters in those animated movies? Who else participates in those movies? Who else stars in those movies? For example, in Shrek, what other characters can we mention? Miss Kelly, your mic is open.
Teacher,
Oh, Mario, yes.
¿Puedo decir en español? Es que
Try
tenía el
not to.
mensaje, pero se me borró, entonces no sé cómo. No,
Try to make
o sea,
memory. Try to remember on the ideas you had. Miss Kelly, any other characters on Shrek? Any other characters on Nemo?
I don't know the name of the characters in English, but for example, burro, I don't know if you say donkey.
It's just
I've
donkey.
never heard
Yes.
it, so.
It's donkey.
Sometimes in Spanish, you change completely the name for a movie, so I don't.
Yeah, that's actually right. But we have Shrek, we have Fiona, we have Donkey, we have She-Dragon, okay?
The ginger,
The gingerbread,
cookie?
yes.
bread
The
cookie.
gingerbread cookie. Yes, the gingerbread cookie. We have Lord Farquaad. Who else do we have?
The dragon.
The She-Dragon.
Is
Yes, the
Duncan's
She-Dragon.
wife.
Yes. In Finding Nemo, any other characters we may name? What was Nemo's father's name?
Marlin.
Marlin. Was it Marlin or Martin? Like Martin? Or
I don't know.
Marlin?
Marlin.
Marlin, very good. So we have
Dory.
Dory, yes, basically one of the main characters that appear in the movie. All right, excellent, ladies and gentlemen, very good there. So remember, basically, when we are watching movies, it's not just the movie, it's this entire background assistance on basing, settings, shooting places, locations, etc. Okay, I will now share with you the answers to our first exercises. Okay, they are right here, ladies and gentlemen, they are right here. Let me just move this up again, right here. Okay, so for the first exercise, the one we did on the completing on gaps, the filling in gaps, was transformed, based, used, photographed, inhabited, designed, inspired, and welcomed. So I will try to move this one here. Okay. And this one as well. Minimize a little there. Okay. So here and here. I'm just there. Okay. So number one was transformed. Basically, number two, transformed. That's the answer. Number three, based. Okay. So these scenes are based on, okay. Number four, used. Number four is used. Number five, photographed. Photographed. Number six, inhabited. Inhabited. Number seven, designed. Designed. Number eight, inspired. Inspired. Number eight. And ladies and gentlemen, number nine, welcomed. All right, those are your answers to exercise number one, the one about the readings. Now, exercise number two, which was the options, okay, which was based on the options, the letters that we had to check there, okay, and just move this up a little. Here we have them, okay. It's B, A, C, B, A, C, C, okay. Let me just move them here a little so we can check on both. Okay. So, which place is not really as it seems in films? Letter B. Number two, letter A. Okay. Number 3A, 4C, 5B, 6A, 7C, and 8C on the questions. All right. Let me maximize this up again, and we go to the grammar exercise number 2. The passive. We had the introduction on the passive tense, on the passive voice, and our exercise now is to read the Highclere Castle text again. Underline an example of the present passive, the past passive, the present perfect passive, the past perfect passive, and a passive infinitive. All right. How do you form the passive? You can come up with your own explanation and what part of the passive changes when you want to change the tense. That's an analysis question. Okay. So I will show you this Highclere Castle reading again, please underline present simple passive, past simple passive, present perfect passive. What else was it? A past perfect passive and a passive infinitive. Okay, so 5 tenses, 5 forms: present simple, past simple, present perfect, past perfect, and infinitive. Those are the 5 examples I want you to underline. Please underline those 5 examples throughout this reading only. Remember, you have additional section in here. Go there. Okay, I will give you 3 to 5 minutes. Please do it. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what you have. For a present simple passive form, what do we have? Who can tell me an example of a present simple passive form in the reading? Kayla, Julie? Yes? No? No, says Miss Julie. Miss Kayla, an example of present simple passive voice in the reading? No, Kayla. Miss Angie? No. Miss Kelly, Mr. Johan, an example on present simple passive voice. No. Miss Paola, Mr. Mario? Talk to me. Yes, no? Miss Paola, talk to me. No. Don't cry. It's okay. Don't need to cry. All righty. Miss Valeria, what about you? Did you
Passive
find an
voice.
example on the present simple passive voice?
Yes. Let me see. The series was a huge success and it has been sold all over the world.
It has been sold,
It has been sold all over the world.
but that is present perfect. What about present simple? Check it out. Check it out around. Check out around the reading and come up with ideas. Miss Anais, Mr. Pablo, any options? Any ideas on this question? Present simple passive voice. Yes? No? Okay. No problem. An example on past simple passive voice. Past simple.
Perfect. Teacher, the present simple or passive voice, it was the castle is used as a hospital during the First World War.
Miss Jennifer, yes, absolutely correct. That's a very good example. The castle, well, in the second TV series, the castle is used as a hospital during the First World War. Very good. And then it comes with another example. These scenes are based on a real life event. In that line, or in those two lines, we have two examples of present simple passive voice. All right. Thank you, Ms. Jennifer. Very good. Do we find the example on past simple passive voice? Can we find it? Yes, yes. Miss Kayla, Miss Carla, Mr. Mario, do we find an example on the past simple passive voice? Let me know. Mr. Mario, Miss Naomi, Miss Anais.
The castle was transformed into Downtown Abbey.
Very, very good. Miss Kelly, yes. The castle was transformed into Downtown Abbey. That is the perfect example of the past simple passive voice. So we have present simple and past simple passive voice covered. Let's go with the present perfect passive voice example. What could be a right present perfect passive voice example from the reading? Remember, present perfect, have or has. Was anybody there?
That has been owned.
Okay, we just have it right here at the very beginning. The castle has been owned. Has been owned. Simple as that. Very good. That's all we need to check there. Now, notice present simple, past simple, present perfect, checked. Now, let's go with the past simple, past perfect example on the passive voice. A past perfect example.
Had been wounded.
Had been wounded. Yes, had been wounded. Very, very good. Yes, so we have covered 4 out of 5. What is number 5? What is the one missing? Infinitive passive voice. Check it around, check it around. It could be right here on the first lines. It could be right here at the bottom lines. It could be in the middle section. Check it out, check it out. Ladies, gentlemen, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's right here. In 1914, Lady Elmina Carnarvon allowed soldiers who had been wounded to be looked after in the castle. This is your infinitive passive voice. To be looked after. Ser cuidados. To be looked after. When you are using the verb look with the preposition after, it's a verb preposition combination that changes the meaning of the verb look. Look means to observe with quiet attention, but to look after someone or to be looked after means cuidar or ser cuidado. Okay, that is, ladies and gentlemen, your 5th fragment of the exercise. Passive voice for infinitive forms. Okay, we can check on the answer key. Okay, we can check on the answer key. Let me just move this right here. Okay, and move you down here. So the present passive is here. The castle is used. These scenes are based on. The castle was transformed. Both, or another example, both the interior and exterior scenes were shot in blah, blah, blah. Present perfect, it has been sold all over the world. Past perfect, soldiers who had been wounded. And passive, to be looked after in the castle, okay? Check on your answers. You can screenshot on your answers, please. In this case, if you need to, okay? For your informative purposes. Now, any question in this exercise? Because I want to talk about something that I find interesting and important for this passive voice topic. Miss Julie, all clear with this section? Yes? No questions? Very good. Miss Kelly, is everything clear? Is there any question? Excellent, very good, very, very good. So, if there are no questions, ladies and gentlemen, let me go please to the whiteboard again, okay? And my question to you will be the following. When in passive sentences do we have to use by? When do we have to use the word by? Do we have to use it at all times? Is it obligatory to be used? What happens if we do not use it? I'm open for your answers. I'm open for your opinion. Think about it. Think about the question and tell me your answers. Okay? Let me know. When do we have to use by? When is it okay to use by? Is it obligatory to use by?
Example,
Yes, Miss Kelly.
for example, when we want to say who did the action,
When we want to say
when we want to specify,
okay, who committed the action or who made it or
Yeah.
who did it. Okay. But what is the relevance on this person? Is it high relevance? Is it low relevance? Can we omit
because
by?
we, when we want to specify that that person performs the action.
Okay. But my follow-up question is, what happens if I don't use by? Is my sentence still understood? Or does it lose sense or meaning if I omit by? Think about it. Think about it as I come up with the following. So let me move this
It
up.
may be optional.
Miss Paola. It
If
may
the-
be optional.
Yes, if
when?
the agent is understood, is or not necessary for the intended meaning.
Don't I find it perfect? Yes, Miss Paola. So we will talk about this right now. For example, I was bitten by a dog. Is this necessary? Can I omit it? Is it obligatory to have it? You find it obligatory, Miss Paola? No, Miss Kelly?
No, but I think that if I'm going to talk in passive voice, is because I want to like tell a story and tell all the details.
Okay. All right. And what if you use active voice? Can you tell a story using active voice?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. All righty. We will analyze the use of by. Okay. If I eliminate by a dog, my sentence is understood. Everyone understands I was bitten. But my son could have bit me. My daughter could have bit me. The dog could have bit me. A mosquito could have bit me. So yes, I open a wide range of options on who or what could have committed the action. So in this case, by the dog is necessary to specify who or what, as Ms. Kelly earlier mentioned. When you specify on that case, because it is relevant, at some point someone finds it relevant. But for example, Miss Kayla is going to university, to her classes. So she says this. Miss Sanji sees her coming up and asks her, how did you get to university? How did you get here? And Miss Kayla says, I was driven here. Is it necessary to say by who? Probably. It all depends on the person. It all depends on your perspective. Because Miss Kayla could have been driven by the boyfriend or husband, by the taxi driver, by the bus driver. So if the additional information after the by is not really relevant, we do not use it. We do not need to use it. If it doesn't specify much of our previous information, we don't have to say it, okay? For example, if we say this, a robbery was committed yesterday. Do we need to say by who? Is it necessary to specify by who? Who can commit robberies? Robbers, delinquents, thieves. So it's basically obvious. It is obvious. We do not need to use it. When our additional information is obvious, we can omit the use of by. When the information, the additional information is relevant, we have to use the by. We can do it, okay? If I have this, for example, bless you, Miss Paola. Bless you. So we can have this. Let me just move this here. A report was made. We need to know by who. We need to know who made the report? We definitely need to know. Okay, that is for sure. We need to know who created the report. Okay, so a report was made by the secretary or by the CEO, chief executive officer, or by the president, etc. Okay, in that case, we have to use the by. If not, we don't need to. Okay, we do not need to use the by. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me clear on these drawings. Okay, let me close this or go back to our book. Okay, so what part of the passive changes when you want to change the tense? The verb be. It is obvious. So in the present is are, in the past was were, present perfect has or have been, past perfect had been, and so forth. Okay, listen and write the stress words in the large pink rectangles. As we do not have the script, okay, we do not have the listening for now, we will skip it and we will go back to our main ideas. Okay, so on this vocabulary that we worked based on the movies and the series, has any of you watched any of these movies or videos on the right? We have War Horse, we have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, we have E.T., the Extraterrestrial, we have Minority Report, Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, we have Catch Me If You Can. That's a TV series or a movie series or a movie based on, you know, many things. It's in Netflix. Netflix wide open. So, has any of you watched any of these movies ever? Yes, yes. Have you watched them or not? Talk to me. Have you?
Yes.
Yes. What do you think about the movie you watched? Please give me the name of the movie and what do you think about it? Miss
Indiana
Paola?
Jones. I think it's
Indiana
boring.
Jones. All right. You've watched Indiana Jones. Only that one or all Indiana Jones movies?
Only one, because I think it's boring. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. I'm not a Indiana Jones fan myself, so no problem. So your opinion is that the movie is boring. So no good reviews on the movie. Absolutely not. Miss Kayla, have you watched any of the movies? Yes? No?
Yes.
Which one? Which one have you
Fast and
watched,
Furious.
Miss Kayla?
Fast and Furious.
Okay, you've watched The Fast and the Furious, but one of the ones mentioned here, alguna de las películas mencionadas aquí, one of the ones mentioned right here in your book. No? Not any of them. I don't think not. Miss Carla, have you watched any of these movies?
No.
No, not really. Miss Kelly?
Yeah,
Which one?
War Horse, Indiana Jones. I don't remember the other ones that you mentioned.
Okay. What about this War Horse? What's your review on that movie?
It made me cry.
It made you cry, so it's drama to the fullest. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good movie because of the friendship between the horse and the kid,
Okay.
and with the message that he even went to a war to save the horse, and at the end he stays with his horse and returns to his home.
Okay, so in the very end, he stayed with the horse, returned home. Very good. I like it. But it made you cry. That's basically the idea. Okay. All right. No problem. So the word review, ladies and gentlemen, how do we understand the word review when we are talking about movies? How do we understand the word review when we are talking about a product? What is the meaning of review?
Like a summary.
Like a summary? Okay. Can anybody else give me an opinion on the word review? What is the meaning of review when we're talking about movies? What is the meaning of review when we're talking about movies? Let me put it out in the chat, okay? So to review means to provide an opinion. To provide an opinion on a product or movie. Well, basically a product. A movie is a product, okay? So that's to review. To provide an opinion on a product. A review could be positive or negative. Basically, it's your criticism. It's your criticism on a product. That is to review, all right? That is a review. Every time you download an app, like for example, you go to Google Play, Google Store, okay? App Store, whichever app you use, whichever phone you use, and you download an app, you download a game, a video game. So it says, give us your review or rate us, which is give us your stars. If it is 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, okay? It's a commentary, it's an opinion based on your satisfaction for a product. The typical, when you take Uber drive, when you take any other taxi company, any other car company, okay? And you are supposed to, you know, give them a review, give them 5 stars, the service was good, that is a review, okay? What else do we have here? So, Warhorse, we understand it as drama. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, action. E.T., what genre, what category can we put it there? What gender of movie can we place it there?
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi, science fiction, yes. It was one of the first sci-fi movies ever. Special effects, etc. Minority Report, action. Yeah, action, maybe suspense, okay? And what do you think about this Catch Me If You Can? From the look of it, what do you think it talks about or it is about?
Drama.
Drama, maybe. Well, have you watched it, Miss Valeria?
Yes, I think I have. I watched.
Okay. Yeah, you sounded very confident on it. Probably drama, probably comedy, some sort of black humor, maybe. Okay. So let's talk about this final exercise, okay? We are going to conclude today's class with this speaking exercise, okay? We can work it out today and we can start working on it as presenting tomorrow in our next class. So read the cinema interview and think about your answers and reasons, okay? The cinema interview, it's right here. Can you think of a film which? You have your options, okay? I'd like you to, on a piece of paper or in your phones or screen capture and write it later. Start working on this exercise. Start elaborating, start creating the outline of the exercise. Can you think of a film which? You have 6 options. Choose from any of them. Do you prefer? You have options there. 3, basically, 3 basic options. Tell me about a really good film you've seen this year. Okay. And you have options as well. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please screen capture this. Start writing on your piece of paper as to come up with an answer. All right. I won't rush you into answers right now. Okay. But I will like you to check on the options and prepare your answers for tomorrow's class. Okay. If you do not understand any of the questions or you have an idea that you do not know how to express, I'm here and we can help you. Okay. Please start with that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, is there any question with any of the topics that you have to use for your presentation, for your exercise? Are we familiar to what the soundtrack is? Are we familiar to the word several? Are we all familiar to the word foreign? Are we all familiar to the word dubbed? Right here, dubbed.
I don't know the meaning of that word. No.
You don't know the meaning of the word dubbed. So if you have the option or with subtitles here, seeing foreign films dubbed as doblados, okay, as changed into the language you use or your country of origin uses, okay? So basically that would be dubbed. So if we have a movie that is made in America or Britain or India or Spain, they would have to dub the voices for us Ecuadorian people, Spanish native listeners and speakers to understand it. Sometimes, well, you may say, well, Spanish from Spain can be dubbed into Latin American Spanish. So everyone could understand it as our normal way of speaking and not their accent, not their words or their collocations or colloquial expressions. All right. So basically that is to dub. Are we all familiar to the word plot down here? Yes. Miss Paola, you're sad. I know, I understand. You have the flu, I think. Okay, I've seen you have the flu. Yeah, you've been sneezing and basically having a hard time today. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please finish with this. Okay, finish with this real quick. And in 3 more minutes, we are basically good to go. All right. I will keep you 3 more minutes. Let me just check on your attendance today. For tomorrow, I know it's Father's Day and everything, but we have class tomorrow, okay, from 9 to 1, normal classes. Please, for tomorrow, I need all of you to, number 1, have your cameras on during class. And number 2, show me your receipt. Show me the receipt of your payment for the course, all right? I received some messages from Academia de Idiomas asking me to ask you as well to show me the receipt of your registration, okay? For office purposes, I'm assuming, okay? Let me just go to the attendance, just check who was here. Okay, just check who was here. So let me double check right here. I have Miss Carla Alvarez, I have her here. Miss Kelly Briones, I have her here. Miss Sanji, I have her here. Miss Anais, I have her here. Mr. Johan, I have him. Miss Maria Roberta was here. Unfortunately, she had to leave. She had some other things to do. I have Mr. Mario. Yes. I have Mr. Pablo Pincay. Yes. I have Miss Sonia. I have Miss Kayla. Yes. I have Miss Naomi and Miss Jennifer was also here. Who else is missing? Let me check. From here, nobody else. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to start classes with you today. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., we get online again. Have a wonderful Saturday. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Be good.
Bye, teacher. See you later.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye,
See you tomorrow. Have a
teacher.
wonderful
Bye.
Saturday. Bye-bye.
My teacher.
Bye. See you, Mr.
See
Johan.
you.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.